Hey guys, Jack on Wrist back with another video, and in today's video I want to talk about some cheap NATO straps. I actually have a couple of NATO straps I bought for $10 a piece on Amazon. I got them about 6 months ago, and I kind of want to talk about the quality. Does it hold up over time? Similar to my last review about straps, I think the important thing to learn is whether or not you can actually rely on the strap for longer periods of time, because I think anything when you buy it new is going to be in nice condition. So without further ado, let's go ahead and review some of these straps. So here these straps are. Came with both colors here for $20, so that's 10 per. I'll try to find the exact listing on Amazon, if not something very similar. And the reason why I mentioned durability in the introduction is because, similar to my last video talking about Hadley Roma leather straps, I think the important thing to talk about with these sort of cheaper straps is going to be durability. Because when you're spending $10 to $20 on a strap, you have to know whether or not it's more worth it to spend maybe $30, $40, or even $50 on something that's going to last you a long time. So, is something like this going to actually provide you good longevity, or do you want to maybe not waste your time buying 2 or 3 of these and just buy one really nice one? And honestly, NATO straps are a pretty cheap strap to buy. I think most of them hold up really, really well for the price, including these. Obviously, NATO straps are very fun to play around with. You can switch them off really easily. Now it's kind of hard to tell, but I actually, this particular watch actually has sort of like a dark blue color to it, and again, it's really hard to see on camera, and even when I showed this watch off in previous videos, it really is hard to tell. But I actually got this blue to match it, and this black came along with it, and I'll obviously show you how easy it is to change a NATO strap, and these ones as well. They're pretty thin, and so even though the little sort of difference, between the case and the spring bar, it's not much. It does fit in between very easily. I'll throw this one through. Now I will say I did burn, or rather cut and burn off the edges here, because I'm not personally a fan of the fold over of the Access NATO, but I know a lot of people do like that, and that's part of the appeal. That's just not something that I particularly love, but like I said, to each their own. But since they're so cheap, you can kind of mess around and try things like that and see what you like and what you don't like with NATOs, because they're so cheap. I'll put this on wrist here. So here it is. It matches pretty well. Like you can see, there is no fold over. It just kind of perfectly fits on there, and sort of just like a normal strap, although it adds a little bit of extra bulk and weight to the look, not necessarily to the actual physical feeling of the watch. Stainless steel for the keepers and for the buckle. Has held up really well. Obviously is in really good condition. I don't wear the NATOs all the time. I rotate this on a Jubilee, a leather strap, and these 2 NATOs. So obviously it's not like, I'm using this NATO every single day, or, either one, but, this is definitely something that is of pretty good quality. And I really don't think you have to spend a whole lot to get some decent quality for NATO straps. I think, even Hodinkee, who has really, really, really expensive leather straps, their NATO straps are, I think, just like $20, because really there's not much you can do in terms of NATO, and at least in terms of price, there's not much you can really upcharge, because they're all very similar, and these ones are really nice. And I think, although you're spending $10 on one of these and you think maybe it's not going to hold up well because it's so cheap, I can confidently tell you that they will hold up, at least in my experience. Now obviously, if you were to really put these to the test and use them every single day, I'm not really sure what kind of fraying or really what the wear would look like on this, but that's something that you rotate in a lot, and that's what a lot of people do. They rotate in different NATOs and different colors for fun. I can say that it does definitely hold up pretty well. Now obviously, like I said, I mentioned the how I cut and burned the end here, and I will say obviously I didn't do that great of a job. But not only that, if you see, the fraying, it's because of my bad cutting and burning job. It's not because of the actual watch, rather the actual strap. It's actually really of nice quality, and the edges here are not fraying at all. It's really just because I did a pretty bad job here. But like I said, I think you can't really go wrong with this particular strap. I think, you know, you could pretty much find any generic NATO strap and you're going to get some good results and some good quality from that at the price point. So yeah guys, pretty simple video today talking about these two NATO straps and really Amazon cheaper NATO straps in general. I think NATO straps really, you know, they're all pretty good. They're all really not that expensive, and I think if you were to pay $10 or $20 for something like this, you're not going to need to go invest in some crazy fancy NATO. I think this is going to give you the results you are looking for. So overall, I'd say definitely go ahead and buy it if you are looking to change up your watches, you know, change up the style and the look of them. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you enjoyed, please subscribe and leave a like. Also leave any comments below. Also check out my Instagram at JackOnWrist if you want to see photos of all my watches, and that's pretty much it. So thank you, and please subscribe.